Accu-Stats Video Productions presents from Bell Gardens, California, the Bicycle Club Invitational. I'm Bill Incardona along with Buddy Hall. Buddy, there are just two players left in the tournament. Captain Hook, Mike Sigel, and your man, the relentless Kim Davenport.
The Bulldog.
Well, both players defeated C.J. Wiley in the preceding matches coming into the finals. Mike Sigel defeated him by the score of 13-12, and actually that match could have went either way. Matter of fact, Sigel should feel quite fortunate to walk away with the win. Davenport defeated C.J. Wiley by the score of 13-10, and he was trailing in the match 6-2. So therefore, Kim Davenport comes into the final match looking a little bit more impressive than Mike Sigel.
Yes, he does.
But yet, as I wandered around the crowd, popular opinion said or stated that Mike Sigel was the favorite to win this tournament.
I'll tell you the truth, Bill. I honestly don't know who the favorite is here. I don't have any idea who can win this match. I think we're in for a treat.
And if our cameraman, Rick Bowling, can give us a pan of the crowd here after the lag, which Kim Davenport has just won. This is a beautifully set up room here at the Bicycle Club, and the facilities here are really actually superb. There's about 500 people in attendance.
Given the instructions there, no hitting below the belt. Jesus.
This is the perfect setting for a final match in pocket billiards. The table there's a curtain around the tables, actually, so no one else can get into the playing area. There's a nice plush rug laid down especially for the finals. They're playing on a Brunswick Gold Crown table, the finest table made in the world today. And there isn't an empty seat in the house. Matter of fact, it is standing room only. There are people just standing around because they can't get a seat. This is an ideal setting, and there's a lot of electricity in the air here, and this is going to be a fantastic match. Prime Ticket is going to be covering this match. The race is to 9 games. Davenport wins the lag, and the lag could be very, very important, play an important role in the outcome of this match.
Wow.
Well, that's surprising.
Yes, it is.
At the end of the last match, the balls were raining in off of the break.
And he wasn't breaking any harder than that.
No, he wasn't. The table very generously was giving up balls on the break, but not so this time. Okay, Mike Sigel immediately I see may have a problem attaining an angle on the 2 or position on the 2. Now, he could go 2 cushions short, going in between the 3 and the 7. Does he have the angle to do that?
I would say that would be the way that he plays that.
Okay, now if he goes in deeply into the lower right-hand corner, the cue ball should go 2 cushions spinning between the 3 and the 7, up table for the 2. 1, 2.
He hit that too soft.
He hit it too maybe
that
hit
may
it too
be going
short.
aside. Ooh.
You know, it doesn't seem like the angle, 2 cushions in the side, is on, but he came very close to scratching in the side. That's how short he came out of that corner. Okay, another important shot coming up. He's really not happy where he's gotten here on the 2 ball. He doesn't seem to have too good of a route to the 3. It seems like everything is, blocking the path to the 3. How do you play position for the 3 here?
Up and down.
Now the 8 ball may be in the way, or the 6 ball could be in the way also. So therefore, he runs into the 6 or the 8. He could have a problem.
He'll come right between them naturally, I believe. There he goes, naturally.
Well, I'm certainly sure he's glad that's over. And he's got a shot on the 3. Now, the 4 ball is positioned to the right of the 5. The 9 ball blocks the pocket for the 4 in the upper right-hand corner. Sigel's bending over the table now, trying to sight it and find out if he does have room to pocket the 4 past the 9. And from the angle that we have, certainly suggests to us that he doesn't have room to pocket the 4 past the 9.
If it was possible for him to get close to it and get straight in with it, he would play it that way. But here, the shot that he has suggests that he'll probably go 2 rails and try to play position for the 4 in the side.
There he goes with that patented shaking the head deal. He shakes his head all the time, like he's always in trouble. Sometimes he has what may appear to us as, perfect position, but yet we'll watch him shake his head like he's disgusted about something or unhappy about something. In the meantime, this is one of those rare times where, a shake of the head was warranted. He is in a little trouble here. His position on the 4 is very difficult.
He's playing to try to get straight in. He's trying to get straight in. I don't know if he's going to play the 9 or the 4.
From the angle that we have, buddy, it certainly doesn't appear to us that the 4 will fit.
He shoots so straight.
No, there's a much
straight.
There's a much better look at it. Okay. Now we have a close-up. Thanks, Rick. We have a close-up on the shot. Now, does it look like the 4 will pass the 9?
It looks like it may. It may pass by, but boy, you have to be so accurate with this. If he knocks this one in, all I can tell you is he's going to be a tough man to deal with.
He's going for the 9 here. He's going for the 9, and he'll probably hit the thin side of the 9 with the 4, setting the cue ball 2 cushions up the other side of the table, or at least up that way. Cue ball should go forward. But
I think he just played the 4 and not worry about the speed. This is going to be a tough one for him to pull the trigger on. Really a tough shot for him to pull the trigger on. He hit it. He lucked it in.
Well, for those people out there that didn't see the final shot in the Wiley-Sigel match that determined who would go into the finals, there was a very similar shot. And what I mean by a similar shot is that Mike Sigel hooked himself on the 5. The 5 was beneath the 9. So he kicked in directly into the 5, into the 9, and locked it in the corner pocket to win that match 13 games to 12. So the opening game in the championship match, what did he do? He ratcheted in the 9.
And then explains to Kim, what was I supposed to do? Right.
Okay, it looks like the balls are going to take their places, but where they take their places, Sigel doesn't like. Pocketing the 8 ball on the break, he hasn't come up with a shot on the 1.
Is the 4 froze? Did the referee call it frozen or not frozen?
What's that, the 1?
Yeah.
I don't know. He hasn't decided whether he's going to kick at it or what. He's still contemplating on what he will do from the angle.
Frozen?
No, it's not
frozen.
No,
it isn't frozen.
There's some air between the ball and the rail, an 1/8 of an inch or so. That's a very rough estimate because my eyes are extremely poor.
I would not do this. He'll not get to come back to the table by pushing here. Kim will go from here. He cannot give that back to him.
Well, he hit it too hard, and he almost he really has to have a closer look at what he's done. I mean, this is I would say an even money cross corner bank. If anything, Kim is probably a favorite to pocket this cross corner. He'll go into the 7 with the cue ball.
You believe Mike pushed to there?
Well,
Even if he would have gotten it to the end rail, it's no good.
Well, if he gets it to the end rail, then the cue ball doesn't go squarely into the 7. He may just brush the 7 because he has to cut the 1 thinly in order to cross bank it or bank it back into the corner, sending the cue ball around a little bit possibly. And but his speed of the cue ball on the push was really weak.
Kim is a bulldog now.
He actually ended up in pretty good shape on the 2. He had a long shot, but that's the type of shots he likes to shoot. Hitting it squarely in the heart of the pocket. So the first 2 shots executed by Kim Davenport shot directly into the heart of the pocket. Well, it looks like he's going to come up the table and position the cue ball slightly beneath where it's at now, playing shape for the 6 in the lower right-hand corner, buddy.
Yeah, it looks that way. That's the way I would play it. Oh, he missed a 5.
He missed it by a wide margin, which
Yes,
surprised me. There's a gentleman sitting directly behind Kim. Who is that man? Why do they have someone placed as closely to a player as he is?
I don't know. Over and back, Bill? Or just over and out a little?
He'll probably go over and back, or over to the center of the table is probably better. Over and back. Very nicely done. Dropping a little bit lower than he wanted.
I believe he has a shot at the side, doesn't he?
I think he's going for the corner. Maybe he is going for the side. It looks like he may go for the corner. Going for the corner is a fairly testy shot, and also what problems Mike is controlling the cue ball. If he happens to go for the corner, he has to send the cue ball up table. And now he's going for the side. He's opted to go for the side, and he does have a pocket. Or is he banking it cross side? What's he doing? Game number 2 goes to Mike Sigel, and Mike Sigel takes an early 2-0 lead in the match. It's a pretty big lead, by the way, in this match when you consider the length of the match to 9 opposed to 13. That was the length of the race prior to the finals. 13, quite a bit of a difference, isn't it, from 9 to 13?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Well, he's getting the action out of that side of the table that they were getting out of the other side the match before.
If you were Mike, would you pocket the 2 in the upper or the lower right-hand corner, or would you go for the 2-3 combination here?
Well, if I can see the... Yeah, I'd come up here with it. That could have gotten dangerous.
That's why I asked you that question, because he had a decision there. I was interested in hearing what you would do with the shot.
Yeah, I would have came up table with it and left the 2 there. Very makeable shot up table. If there was a chance of missing it, then I might would have shot that shot.
Oh, he may have a problem by the time this comes to a rest. It's a workable shot, but certainly nowhere near the area that he anticipated it landing in. He probably crossed his mark by a good foot. and he preferred to be a little over to the left further.
Yes, come all the way over to have a... See, this could be tough right here.
Yeah, he has that kind of angle that is going to push him into the 7 if he follows it.
He may whack it over to the rail and out.
Yeah, it looks like that's what he's going to need to do. Go a little below center, sending it into the rail, right below the 9, and then cross table, like so, on the other side of the 6. Nicely done. Well, after 3 games, it's all Sigel, looks like, Buddy. 3 games to 0. It's pretty tough to play a tournament and race to 13. You play a tournament, the entire tournament's a race to 13. And then when you get to the final match for the real big bucks, you race to 9.
Yeah.
You know, mistakes or early errors may be hard to overcome. And the person that's the recipient of the rolls the quickest certainly has quite an edge. And that person right now is Mike Sigel. Game number 1, lucking in the 9 in the corner pocket, and since then Davenport, has Davenport been back at the table?
No. Well, Kim came to the table one time, but I think that was before he lucked in the 1. You mean lucking in the 9?
Oh, matter of fact,
Kim has been back to the table since he lucked the 9
right.
in.
Kim missed the 5 ball.
Failed to get out.
Right, he missed the 5 ball. So therefore he did have an opportunity with a good shot, and he was running out, and he missed the 5 ball. Once again, Sigel pocketing a ball on the break.
Two rails out here.
It looks like the shot that I'd shoot. 2 cushions. Now the 5 will be the next ball he'll play position for, which is positioned in front of the left-hand side pocket. Now he has to get back far enough for position on the 5 to really simplify the remainder of the rack. Even though the rack isn't really that simple from that point, it'll help him, at least if he gets back far enough, to simplify what's left of the rack. The 7-8 to 2 balls that are positioned in front of the upper left-hand corner pocket.
Just play for the combo, don't you?
Exactly. The combination is the only available shot, only reasonable shot, that is. Playing for the 7-8 combination. He doesn't have the pocket available on the right side of the table for the 7. So all he'll need to do now, he's in perfect line on the 6, is just cross table slightly, putting the cue ball in perfect line for the 7-8 combination.
Oh, man.
Okay, he allowed the cue ball to escape the area that he wanted to put it in. So now after pocketing the 7 and 8, he has to be concerned with controlling both the 7 ball and the cue ball.
Right.
So this could be a problem.
The 7 could hit a little to the right, go on down to the end rail, and the cue ball pop back out in the middle of the table where the 7 would have been in case it had hit and stuck You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And had he got straight in on the shot, all he would need to do is shoot it straight. The 7 would then take the place of the 8. The cue ball would then stop a little bit behind where the 7 is now, and it'll be ABC.
Right.
But now it looks like he's going to go through the whole alphabet to get out there.
Right. But it
Okay, he was able to control the 7.
he played it great.
Yes, he did. He was able to control the 7 by hitting the combination very full. Coming off the side cushion with the cue ball. This is game number 4. And it looks like it's all Mike Sigel. At one time, they used to call him Mr. Finals.
Yeah, Captain Hook.
Captain Hook and Mr. Finals. Every time he got into the finals, there could only be one winner, and that's the man out there at the table. But he's been going through a long drought. He hasn't won a major 9-ball tournament in a couple of years. It's really been bothering him, and there's a lot of pressure on Sigel right now to win this event. He has a 4-0 lead. It's a race to 9. A lot of that pressure is gone right now.
Right.
But if Kim Davenport is able to mount some sort of a comeback during this match, a lot of that pressure will come back into play.
Right.
Corner ball once again. 1 ball coming over. And it looks like he may be able to see the end of the side of the 1 ball. He may have a shot. And if he can see the side of the 1 ball enough to pocket it in the lower left-hand corner, he should then probably just draw the cue ball, hitting the 7 for position on the 2.
He don't know if he can hit it enough or not. Or does he even have a hole if he can?
I think there's a pocket there. The question is, can he hit enough of the 1 ball to pocket it in the lower left-hand corner pocket? And now it looks like he's looking past the 7, like if he shoots the shot, he's going to hit it with a high ball going past the 7, 2 cushions up toward the area where the 3's lying.
He said it skidded.
He said the ball skidded, and for those of you who don't know what skid means, that means that he must have hit something on the ball.
Means the ball turned just a little bit.
And the cue ball stuck on the object ball for a little longer than it should have, and it turned the ball, and he didn't get the cut that he anticipated. He pushed it the other way. Kim Davenport's at the table. And he must respond to the challenge. He trails 4-0.
He has to get out here.
He must. It's absolutely essential for Kim Davenport to run out the rack. And probably another one. Because if he allows Mike to go back to the table without getting at least a couple games on his side, he might never get another chance back at the table.
Now, where would you play position for the 3?
If the 4 passes the 9 in the upper left-hand corner, okay, which there seems to be a lot of indecision, which is an indication that the 4 may not pass the 9.
Right.
So if it doesn't pass the 9, I would try to stop where the 2 was, giving myself a better angle to drop to the left cushion.
Right.
Now I feel that he may have gotten a little too straight, but maybe he hasn't. He can still get to the left of the 4 from the angle that I see, but my personal opinion, it probably would have been easier if he would have just stopped the cue ball if it was all possible for him to have done that. Well, it's a nice shot. He didn't hit it too hard, did he? No,
he's fine.
Executed it perfectly. Okay, now he has to be fairly precise here on position on the 6 and the side if that's the pocket he intends to play position for, because it's a very small pocket.
Oh, it is a small pocket. Small pocket. Well, he wants it to get up higher than that.
Okay, now he's totally out of line for position for the 6 and the side.
Sure is. You trying to play it off the 8?
He's going to try to roll it.
That's no good.
He fell short. And if you want to fall on one side of the ball opposed to the other, it certainly wouldn't be on this side of the ball.
Right.
He had much more room for error falling on the other side of the 6 ball.
It was like a spear stroke. That's a good way to play it.
Well, if you're unsure on whether you can pocket the ball and hold the cue ball for position for the 7, and also unsure even pocketing the ball, this is without a question the correct shot. Putting Mike behind the 8, now giving him a shot indirectly into the cushion toward the 6, is probably the best way of winning this game for Davenport. It certainly will increase his chances. Had he gone for the 6, there's a good chance that he would have missed it or even fallen out of shape on the 7.
I'd kick one rail at this and take a chance on hitting it on the nose. You know what I mean?
Your chances of pocketing it one rail are probably better than any other way. Going
Right.
cross table at the ball, you don't figure to end up with the safe anyways.
Right.
Yeah, you hear a couple of people out there saying, yeah, there's the
couple of Kimmer fans.
That's the Davenport supporters that we hear out there. And there are quite a few of those. Yeah, he sighed. He said in great relief, I'm going to win a game. And he wins a game. Game number 5 goes to Davenport. What somebody said? What they say?
Huh?
Well, you're laughing at something.
You. I laughed at you. You said, he said I'm going to win a game. And he wins a game.
There was a sigh of relief in his voice when he said, yeah, I'm going to win a game. Yeah, that was a good possibility he was going to get shut out here, because it's a short race of 9.
You can be pitched a no-hitter here.
Yeah, very, very easily. The table's breaking really easy, giving up balls on the break. Well, he was guilty of that in this match against Wally a couple times.
Well, it looks like that he can. He just come around 2 rails or just slide straight over? He slides straight over, probably play the 3 and a side.
What time did we start this match, Pat? It's been going on 30 minutes. Sigel now extends his lead in the match to 5-1. There's Jerry McWhorter, cue maker here in the Los Angeles area, makes a fine cue. Jan Hacker sitting next to him.
Avid pool player.
Coupled up together very closely. John Morrow sitting to the left of his two beautiful girls. Lisa to his left, and the girl to her left is... I don't know her name.
But he wants to.
But she's an extremely attractive girl, and I wish I did know her name just for the sake of knowing it. Okay, we're ready to roll. Sigel 5, Davenport 1. Sometimes it's hard to get a shot when you're in the chair, especially when the table's breaking as easily as this one is. 2 balls on the break. Quickly, the 3 and the 4 positioned closely together down this end of the table. Mike Sigel has a decision to make here, buddy. How do you do? How do you do it? What do you do with this?
Well, I'd say you play it 2 reels and play out to the top side to 6. I don't believe you can come across it. I believe you have to play. Well, if he can do that, that's the shot right there.
Okay, what he eyed up is the possibility of attaining an angle around the area of the table where he lined up the shot. If he can stop in that area, the 3 ball will then pass into the lower left-hand corner pocket. If at all possible, that's what he'll do.
Oh, he almost got too high on it.
Yes, he almost did.
He has a shot.
But it looks like
a lot of room, didn't he?
Looks like he has a shot. He's shaking his head again. That's that.
Well, he shakes it all the time.
Patented shake the head, Sigel. Look.
Okay, he needs his ear man real bad right now.
Now this shot, you just stop. All you need to do here is just stop. Pocket the 4 in the side pocket. You don't go up, you don't go back, you just stop the cue ball.
Well, hello, Mr. George Hardy. Another fan with an earphone.
That was the voice of Buddy Hall.
George, our man, he's put on one of our earphones here to listen to the commentary on the finals match here.
There's a possibility there won't be much commentary left in this championship match because Mike Sigel seems to have it all his own way, leading in the match 5-1 and a relatively short race to 9. This could be over very, very soon. At one time, anytime Mike got into the finals, it was all over because no one defeated Mike in the finals. They used to call him Mr. Finals. But as I alluded to earlier in the telecast, it's been a long time since Mike Sigel, Captain Hook, has won a tournament.
He's on his way to winning this one.
What'd you say, brother?
He's on his way to winning this one.
That's right. He may not be denied today. After game number 7, it seems to be all Mike Sigel leading in the contest 6-1. What's Davenport saying to himself now? He's in the chair. He really hasn't had many opportunities at the table. He knows the table is generously giving up balls on the break. He knows he might not even get another chance back at the table. What's he saying to himself?
Oh, I wish I had a shot. I know I run out every time. Oh, I wish I had a shot.
If Jose Perica was in the chair, what would he be saying?
I hate myself.
He says, I hate the balls the way they play. They just roll for Sigel. If they roll for me, one time I run out the rack, the match.
He's a little bulldog, isn't he?
Yes, there's really a tenacious type of a player, Jose Perica. Of all the Filipino players, Jose Perica has more unrelenting quality than any of the Filipino players. And like I mentioned, Kim Davenport just may not get another opportunity back at the table.
You're right.
Is that the 4-ball position beneath the 9?
I believe so.
Okay, well, it looks like he's going to go cross table in between the 5-6, hitting the second cushion, and then going toward the 4.
Between the 6-7.
Excuse me, the 5-6?
Then the 6-7.
And then the 6-7. Toward the 4. Now he'll probably, if at all possible, draw the cue ball into the 9. Then the cue ball will then go toward the side cushion for position on the 5.
He may just try to force it up. Yeah.
He's setting the 9 up table, very conveniently placed in front of the corner pocket. Looks like ABC again.
ABC. Up, little short.
I was surprised to see him draw back. I think stopping the ball would have been
Okay, we need the patented head shake. No?
just as good, or maybe even better. Okay, now this is the type of a ball that possibly could skid on you, so therefore you have to make sure that you hit it thinly.
Okay.
If you hit it thinly, play the outside of the pocket, or the right-hand side of the pocket, even if it does happen to skid slightly, you'll still get credit for the shot. You'll make the ball.
Oh, he's a long ways from home on this one.
Well, he hit it, with the extra speed to try to prevent the skid from taking place, and also to ensure the accuracy of the shot. It's awfully tough sometimes to roll balls and expect to get a good, clean, accurate hit. And so I imagine that's why he opted to hit it with the speed that he did. He almost beat the cue ball down table with his body. Okay, this is game number 8, and this match may be very, very short. Because if things continue the way they are, Mike Sigel is going to win this match in about 2 more games. At the end of 8 games, it's Mike Sigel 7, Kim Davenport 1.
Yeah.
Now, Kim Davenport has walked up to Jay Helford, tournament director, and he's probably asking him to
May I rack the balls?
them a little differently than the way you've been racking them, because, come on, I need a shot to get back into this match, and I certainly need a shot if I expect to win it. So, but before I can win it, I need a shot. The way you're pushing up the balls, it looks like he's pocketing a ball on the break every time he breaks them.
Yeah.
Can you do something to change this? And what does Jay say? I don't know. He says, I'm trying to do the best I can. I'm racking them up fairly. That's all I can do.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I can ask of you then.
Here we go. Here we go, loop-de-loop. This is all right. What's all the hubbub, bub?
Okay, once again, pocketing balls on the break. This time, 2 of them fell.
And he's hot because the 7 stopped in the way. Yeah, that's right. Why come the 7 couldn't have moved on out of the way?
Now, the 7 is the ball to the right of the 2, slightly blocking the side pocket, precluding him from pocketing the 2 on the side. So now he has to go up to the corner.
He missed a shot just like this playing CJ.
Not as tough, though. This was a little tougher than the one he missed playing CJ.
No, you think so?
Yeah. He's a little closer to this one, but I think the angle is a little more severe on the shot that he has now compared to the one that he missed on CJ. But he still must go for the corner pocket. And considering that he's got a 6-game cushion to work with and he's close to the ball, you would have to make him a tremendous favorite in pocketing the shot. He also would have to factor in the elevation here. he hit it with enough speed to ensure the accuracy of the shot, but a little too much speed to get the position that he wanted. Okay, he's going to be confronted with a decision now, but he can cut the 3 in the lower right-hand corner pocket. That's rule number 1. That's the one option.
He can bank it?
He can bank it and stop the cue ball in the area that the 3 is in now. Or he could actually bank the 3, not to pocket it, and draw the cue ball toward the 6 and try to hook him that way. So yeah, he has 3 options available. At least that's the 3 options that I can see.
I like him to bank this and sit down right there. If he misses the ball, he's got him behind the 6. If he makes it, he's got a tough shot on the 4, but it's a better shot than the one he has on the 3.
Oh, that's...
So he can improve just a little bit with the next shot.
Well, he played safe all the way there.
Well, he's playing the 3. See the positioning on the 4? He played the 3.
Yeah, well, he kind of played the 3.
Yeah, well, he's making sure he's behind the 6 if it don't go.
He's playing more safe than ball there,
Well,
because of the way he hit it with the speed that he hit it with. He knows it's going to slide hitting it with the soft speed, which is going to actually give him less of a chance of pocketing the bank, but he's ensuring the safety when he hits it with that speed, knowing that he's going to lock him up behind the 6. Now,
Did you get the short one out? He's got the short one.
Yeah, I don't know if he can get over the ball quickly enough. It's pretty close to the ball. And, jumping over a ball in Simona's 760, and that's the name of this cloth.
860, isn't it?
This is Simona's 760. This is not a cloth that's conducive to jumping over balls with. So, therefore, he's so close to the 6 ball. Pat Fleming knows much more about it than I. But with the Simona 760, he figures not to be able to clear the 6 quick enough. So he opted to go back into his bag with the jump cue, and he's going to kick at the 3.
He got out the driver instead of the iron.
Oh, he hit it very nicely, and it's just a case of the balls not cooperating for Davenport. It's all Sigel. The balls know it. They like Sigel right now. They're very loyal to him, and I don't think they're going to turn disloyal to him by the time this match is. There's just not enough time left in the match. They're going to probably stay loyal to Sigel until the match is over.
If the 6 goes in our lower right-hand corner, he's just stop proposition. Shoot and stop, shoot and stop, shoot and stop.
Yeah, that's what he has to look at. I don't think that he realizes that the 5 to the 6 is an automatic position here. And even though the 6 and 8 seem tied up, if the 6 passes into the lower right-hand corner pocket, the 5 is really ideally positioned for him to drop nicely on the 6. Our cameraman doesn't think that the 6 will go into the lower right-hand corner pocket.
Uh-huh.
So therefore, he has an option. He can break him off the 5 or break him off the 4.
He's playing it like it will.
Okay, he can shoot the 4 now and break the cluster up now.
Well, he's looking now to see if the 6 will go, isn't he? He's playing position to play position on the 6.
If he doesn't go 4 with the cue ball, it's an indication that the 6 will go. I
believe the 6 will go over there. from the way the monitor looks and the way he's playing the shot, it goes. He wouldn't play it like that if it didn't.
Well, he only has two options now. One, to play position for the 6. If it goes, 2, to break loose the 6 from the 8.
It looks like he's playing to break it. Ha!
And break it he did perfectly. Perfect execution.
Eight to 1.
You know, Davenport may have been right on the money when he said in that sigh of relief, "Oh, I'm going to win a game," and that's all he may win is one game.
He hasn't had but one open shot, 2 open shots.
He's had a couple open shots, but
He's had 2.
He hasn't really gotten many games, and he's only gotten one game, but not much production from his shots.
That's the tail of the tape.
How long have we been playing now, Pat? The match is 47 minutes old, and it's almost over. Certainly enough time to fit into the time slot that Prime Network or Prime Ticket has reserved for this tournament. 47 minutes. Unless Kim Davenport should come back and win the match, that is. But first, they have to get a shot.
Right there. That's where it's been, right there.
Okay, this is another example of why the balls are going for Mike Sigel. Breaking the balls, not pocketing a ball on the break, doesn't leave Davenport a shot.
Listen to him. They're hollering right back in his face. All he can do is push to the end rail here and then kick it to 1. Trying to kick it up table. That's all he can do. Maybe even have a billiard on the 9 with a kick. He can only push to the end rail down below the 9.
Maybe he's going to push for a jump shot.
I wouldn't do this. He's going to kick at it anyway.
He's going to kick at it from...
If Mike has a kick to make it, he'll kick to make it.
He says he's going to shoot it. He's going to go 2 cushions behind the 1, contacting the 1.
Trying to stick him behind the 7.
In hopes to send the 1 up table and the ball behind the 7.
No rail.
He's not going to get a rail unless the 3 hits the rail. Jay hurried to the other side of the table. Legal shot.
I think he has a shot at the 1, though.
If he has a shot at the 1, what he needs to do is pocket the 1, run the remaining balls on the table, and then follow that up with 7 more racks. That's one way of winning.
He's gotten against the rail.
And it looks like the cue ball is going to go in the direction of the 8, and bad things can happen here. but it was able to worm its way or work its way through the balls, and he's come up with the shot. Looks like he's going to have to play position for the 5-9 combination. Unless he can follow the 4-ball toward the vicinity of the 7 and then play the 5 on the side. That's asking a little bit too much. He feels his chances are better winning this rack if he plays position for the 5 and 9 combination. I can't disagree with him. That was a nice stroke there, hitting the top of the cue ball, a high center ball, forcing it up about 6 or 8 inches. Just about in perfect line for the combination.
Tough shot when you're down 8-1.
Well, he's no longer down 8-1. He's closed within 6 games of the lead, 2 games to 8, but he still needs to win 7 consecutive games.
He doesn't need to jump in the side again, that's for sure,
to win the match.
He said, "You got to be kidding me."
Well, you know, he really didn't put much velocity into the break.
No, he didn't.
You know, he more or less controlled the cue ball. What he did was he put the emphasis on cue ball control, and he forgot totally about the velocity. So therefore, he's going to pay the consequences for not being able to break the balls a little any harder than he did. Mike Sigel's at the table, and it doesn't look like, from the position that I have, that Davenport will come back to the table.
No. No, it doesn't look it. As he hooks himself.
Well, you know, he's got a...
He hooked himself?
He may have hooked himself altogether. I thought that he just had a bad angle on the 2, falling on the other side of the 4.
He hooked himself. Camera. Huh. Oh man, I don't like this.
Well,
you got to go 2 rails right toward the side here.
In the meantime, I don't see any accessible route to the 3.
You have to go 2 rails toward the side.
But the 9 may be in the way for that shot.
Yeah. Well, he's not drawing it anyway.
Okay, he went in between the 5 and the 4.
Which that's good. That's the shot.
Yeah, well, that looked like the only possible route that he had, and he hit it very nicely. 4 ball to the right of the left-hand side pocket. Once again, you know, it's a little bit of a problem here. He can go 2 rails cross table, playing shape for the 4, and he'll probably still have a cut on the 4 backwards. A backward cut if he's able to go 2 cushions across table. Well, I don't like this.
He may have gotten there, but he's close to his work.
Yeah, very close to his work, and with the the angle that he didn't want.
He has to go right into the balls here. Well, if he hits it thin enough, maybe he can avoid going into it.
Well, it looks like he can miss the 5 with left-hand English and come back through the 5-8 with the cue ball.
Nicely done.
Yeah. Okay, he's got a very makeable combination here, and he must keep his eye on the ball. Cannot afford to take this combination for granted, and I like the way he's handling it. Very deliberate in his approach. Okay, he's not dead yet.
Bulldog. Bulldog.
There's one fella in particular out there that really likes Kim Davenport. Or at least he's trying to encourage him on.
And then doing a good
You
job.
know who I'm talking about.
No.
Well, I don't know his name either, but I can sure hear him. Jay says, okay, Kim, I've really given you a good rack this time, honest. I mean, really, Kim, I have given you a good rack. You want to check it, huh? He's going to have to start breaking them a little bit harder here.
You're going to have to hit him harder than he did last time. That 18 mile an hour won't get it.
No, it won't. That's different. No, okay, you got to put a little something into it. You got to work if you want results.
Yeah, and he got results. He's got a shot.
He pocketed the ball, and he does have a shot. Now, it's the type of a shot where he's going to have to like half roll it into the corner pocket, sending the cue ball cross table.
He'll draw this. A little low left. Playing the cue ball between the 3-6.
Very nicely done. Very nicely done.
He needs to get all the way to the end rail.
Now, depending on whether or not the 2 ball is frozen will determine how he'll play this shot.
I believe it's off the rail.
He can force it 1 cushion. He can follow it 2 cushions. He can go rail first, which I don't think would be the advisable way to play it. He'll probably just force it. He likes to force the balls going 1 cushion.
He drew it.
He drew it. Well, he had an angle that suggested that he could draw it. Wouldn't you know, I saw 3 options, and he didn't use either one of them. Thank you, Kim.
Okay. Now he'd like to get close to straight in on the 6.
He certainly would. Right in the center of the 4 balls, that's where he would like to get with the cue ball.
That'll do.
Yes, it will. That'll suffice. Now all he needs to do is draw the cue ball back about 1.5 feet or so for position on the 7 and the side.
He's not happy. He wants to make sure.
Well, you can't blame him. He's hanging by a thread. One more mistake hereafter, and this match could be history. But he's not dead. Matter of fact, this match is actually starting to get a heartbeat.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. There's a little pulse.
And I can feel it. And let's see if they can feel it.
Hey, Bulldog! Bulldog!
I've seen bigger leads than this surmounted, buddy.
Yeah? In a race to 9?
Well, in a race to 9, it's awful hard to see a larger lead than 8-1 surmounted. You know? There is a little bit of a look of concern on the face of Mike Sigel as we watch him in the chair. Thanks to Rick Bowling, our cameraman, giving us that good picture of him.
Okay, here we go. You got to whack it. You got to hold the cue ball.
Well, once again, he's got to work. He's got to work on that break if he expects to get results.
He's got a shot.
He's got a shot.
He's got a shot. He might be getting ready to hand Mike the package deal. Don't want to get in any hurry. Doesn't want to get in any hurry.
And in college football, the package deal is known as a touchdown and going for 2, which is a total of 8. And that's what he needed. 8 on the 1 because he was trailing 8 games to 1. Pretty shot. Pretty shot.
Yes, it is. Bulldog.
Yeah, you can always rely on Kim Davenport not allowing the fans out there to go home feeling that they got cheated out of something, because he's going to give you every last breath. You know, he's going to give you a full effort.
He's going to fight.
He's going to give you a full effort.
He's going to fight. Little awkward here.
You may have to force it to the side cushion and back over cross table somewhere where it's at now. Okay, watch out.
Well.
You don't want to come. You don't want to get straight. Okay, this is okay. He's got a nice angle. All he needs to do is follow it cross table, one cushion,
or just force it down table,
or force it down table, whatever he feels most comfortable.
Whatever suits his fancy.
Exactly.
Hard to do any better than that.
No, it's hard to do any better than that. And for certainly sure, if this match didn't have a heartbeat at the end of the last rack, it certainly has one now. At the end of game number 13, it's now Kim Davenport 5, Mike Sigel 8. If Mike Sigel should go on, if Kim Davenport, I should have said, should go on to win this match, Mike Sigel should then look back to that shot that he used the bridge, playing position for the 2.
Yeah.
Rolling out a line behind the 4.
Yeah.
But of course, in any of the matches we play,
in
any of the matches we play, we can look back on one shot and say that's where we lost it. And it's awfully hard on ourselves if we do that. Mike Sigel's played excellently in this match.
Yes.
And if Kim Davenport should happen to go on and win this match.
He made one.
No, he wants the 3 to hang. He wants the 3 to hang.
It did.
Okay, it pretty much hung up into the pocket, not entirely in the pocket. So therefore, this ball is missable. But he does have a billiard off of the 1. This shot is missable because it looks like the natural angle the ball will take off the 1 will go beneath the 3, and he might miss it. So he has to hit the 1 thinly, but controlling the 1 ball and hitting it thinly at the same time may be a problem.
Yes, it may.
And what I mean by controlling the 1 ball, if he's able to pocket the billiard by hitting the 1 ball thinly, then the cue ball will then go up toward the other side of the table, and the 1 ball may just stay down this end of the table. And then when he gets back to the table, he's not going to have a good shot on the 1. So
what happened? Did he hit the... Oh, he said he touched 6.
And like I said, the ball is missable because the angle that he had on the 1 suggested to me that if he hits it the way it lays, it's very missable. He really didn't he didn't put enough emphasis on accurately hitting the 1 ball. He thought that possibly the 3 was just a gimme, and believe me, it really wasn't a gimme, and he knows that more now than ever.
Oh. That wasn't exactly a real clean hit right there. I don't see any problems.
No, I don't really see any problems out there. I can't imagine anything bad happening to Sigel. He's fallen. There's a slight bit short of the mark here, though. No, 3 balls in that next ball. I thought it was the 4. Pardon me.
Okay.
Didn't mean to startle anyone. I thought the 4 was the next ball. Now this is a key shot coming up. He must get a good shot on the 4 to drop onto the 6.
Perfect.
Yeah, and you really couldn't have asked for anything actually any better than that. Now he went straight in on the 6, where all he'll need to do is stop or draw the cue ball back a couple inches. Like so. A couple more strokes on the 7, and that ball will be gone. Finding himself in perfect line for match ball. This is it. The drought is over. The 1992 Bicycle Invitational winner, Mike Sigel.
New champion, Mike Sigel. Nice hand from Kim Davenport. Nice trying to come back there. Good shoot, guys.
Well,
did I change this in time?
I don't believe we're going to get a chance for an interview.
Oh, we'll go away. Okay, what's happening now?
We're going to take a 15-minute break.
What's happening now is that Prime Ticket is here televising the event, and it doesn't look like we're going to be able to get an interview from Mike Sigel. So what we're going to do, without further ado, is close it out.
Billy, I've enjoyed it.
Yes, I've enjoyed it too, even though it was
still an exciting match.
It was an exciting match. Kim Davenport came back, and made it exciting. And had he pocketed the 3 ball on the billiard, this match would have been still going on. It would have been 8-6, and anything could have happened from there.
Right.
So that didn't happen. Mike Sigel went on to win the tournament, as we all saw. It was a good tournament for Mike. He needed the win.
Right.
Okay, thanks a lot thanks a lot. Well, I really enjoyed working with you once again.
I enjoyed it too, Bill.
On behalf of Buddy Hall, this is Bill Incardona saying thanks a lot for supporting Accu-Stats. If you buy a phone, give Pat a call. The 800 number is 1-800-828-0397.